the opportunity, James.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
So like James said, I'm an grad from education. I went back to school late. I wasn't quite mature enough when I started. So I got involved in sales. I worked in retail for a long time. And I really found that I really enjoyed working with people and personal development and professional development. And for that reason, I got involved with John Maxwell. If you don't know who John Maxwell is, look him up because he is a master. He's pretty much a guru. He's written over 80 books, leadership, communication, personal and professional development. If you ever get a chance to read one of his books, get a hold of me and I will suggest whatever book is appropriate for you. And we can go through it. I do coach people through that, do facilitations as well. But why I wanted to have the opportunity to talk to you guys today is we talk about knowing your why. If you know your why, you're going to find your passion, you find your purpose. And the I don't care. The third level is I'll try. Now, what I will tell people if I'm in front of a large group and a large audience, I will take a pen and I'll say, hey, Sean, try to grab that pen. And he'll reach for it and I'll say, pull it back. I was like, you're committing. Try has no commitment. Yoda was right. There is no try. There's only failure. Right? Hand that pen back to them and say, try it again, and they try. I was like, you're still committing. So then you have the fourth level. Now we're finally starting to get to the meat of it, and that is, I'm committed unless what? Well, some people are committed to doing something until something better comes along. They're committed to doing something until there's something more entertaining. These are people that are not leaders, they're followers. They might be early adopters, but normally these are the 33% that follow, right? So they will be committed unless. And then the last one, these are the visionaries. These are the people who really know their why. They're committed no matter what. These are the people who go crashing through walls to get to what they want. These are people that will, if they see that wall, they can't crash through it, they'll go around it, they'll go above it, but somehow or another, they're going to get through and get to their goal. And that's where we all should be with our why. So, your why is not motivation. Motivation comes and goes. We all have motivation. Discipline comes in to that, because when your motivation isn't there, you're still going for it, you're still committed. So your why is not motivation. Motivation is temporary. Your why is pretty much your guide to what you're going to do. So is it going to change once in a while? Yeah. But normally it's because your life situation changes. Your why can be really strong if you're single, but I will tell you, just about every guy is still going to be to the core beliefs. So that's why your why is so important. That type of group for everybody? No. Sometimes people like large workshop type settings. This is kind of what we're doing here. It's a workshop. But there's going to be a lot of networking opportunities at the same time. Some have destinations where you will go to a place, a little bit of vacation, but you're going to do a lot of networking. And again, that may be a workshop, that may be people that you work with directly. And maybe you could serve somebody better than another person. Kathy would tell you as a realtor that not every client is served a cup of tea, and vice versa. It's very much how well you get along personally and how well you can communicate. Someone that Kathy may not work well with, she may know another realtor that would be better fit. And hopefully she's passing along that business and they're doing the same thing for her. So that's a big thing. It's an industry exclusive like our group at Guys Networking. That's a great way to do it. Those are the ones you're going to build relationships with. Then there are others that are kind of monthly. Amplify Indy is a great example of that. Before COVID hit, they meet every month. I think it's the second or third Tuesday of the month. Have some food spread out. They have a couple speakers and everybody to network. And you have 80, 100 people where you can meet people and build your circle of influence that way. So there is a need for that. Those are all fun for building network, pass out cards, get to know them, set up one-on-ones. those sort of things. So which type of networking? This is a lost art that's becoming less and less. The more technology we have, the less networking skills people have, so we need to really teach those and help each other out and help. And it's a group effort. It's not me, it's not Kathy, it's not Sean, it's not James or anybody else watching. You can't do it on your own. And what I really hope for everybody is that they find a way to be significant. Success is on your own. Significance is by group. You can't just define yourself as being significant. That's something somebody else has to endow. So with that, guys, I will say this. I've tried to live my life by this saying by Robert F. Kennedy, who's one of my heroes, who probably would have been president in 1968, the day that, the year I was born. He is famous for saying, some people see things as they are and ask why. I look for things that never were and ask why not. So with that, guys, I'll take any questions you have. Just let me show you a little trick now. And this is something that this is a lesson everybody can use. He goes, open up your hands, lower your head, and pray. And I said, okay, so why do you do this? And he goes, well, you have your hands open and you're bowed, you're humbling yourself. And you're allowing God to give you his grace and your gifts, realize your gifts. And that didn't stick with me when I was 14, but the older I got, my grandfather passed away a few years later, it really stuck. And it's a great way to live. You know, it's humbling yourself, not to the point where you're not really realizing what gifts you have, but it's knowing that it is a gift. You know, we call today the present. There's a reason for that. And then finally, my uncle, Bodie, who's only one of those three men alive still. My uncle is probably, I think he's going to be 80 this year, real soon. In fact, he taught me about integrity being who you are, not apologizing for who you are. If you make a mistake, you know you made a mistake, yeah, that's up to you. However, don't try to change to fit into a round hole if you're a square peg. Be who you are, and that's enough. And my uncle is the epitome of it. And I love him to death. My uncle and my dad taught their sons. My cousin Scott was taught this by my uncle, and I was taught this by my dad. There was never a moment that we didn't feel loved by these men. And we would get a hug and a kiss on the cheek from them every time we left. And I prayed that from my dad, you know, who I haven't been able to do that for the last 25 years. And when I see men say, I don't have a relationship with my dad, and he just knows what he is. So those three men, you know, be mentored and mentor somebody else, pass that knowledge around. Mm-hmm. That's my job. I want to teach as many people, especially young men, about that concept and make the world a better place. Dude, that's my life, guys.
Awesome.